At least you had a good birthday, you know what I mean?
It was great. It was great.
Hey, great news. Great news.
Mm. Well,
Guess what happened because I was so pissed off.
what?
We're broadcasting on
We
whose
now
channel?
we now have audio. Ha ha.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Oh
we now
man,
have audio on the live stream. Well, you know what? When you have 2 minutes to reboot your computer, get a program to work, pull up all your programs, apps, and everything like that. From now on, man, we're starting pre-show at 7:15. An extra 15 minutes, and I would have been a happy motherfucker. We now have audio.
Fucking hell! Didn't I tell you this before we even got this shit started?
Doesn't matter. Anger, technology errors. That's going to make me miss some things. I was happy just to get the fucking video up and rolling before, as the radio show started. So, apologize for anyone who's watching. You missed Thump talking about his birthday. He ate some deviled eggs and shit. You missed the beer he's drinking. Guru's drinking a Blue Moon. I'm drinking a Jackie O's Java the Stout.
If anybody,
Oh, look at that little can.
my color is dramatically different. From
Oh,
what-
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Because my Saturday was spent completely outdoors.
You got a little more red in your redneck, man.
In the South, this is what I turn. So
Yeah, red. Yeah, I got the same issue. It's that bloodline, bro. That bloodline.
yeah.
Oh, I'm red, but it's still with anger at VMix. You hear me, VMix? I'm talking to you.
Anybody who's saying anything about it right now in any of the chats anywhere, like, remember, this is also on VMix.
What I will say for anyone who is out there, don't fucking update to the new version. Keep your old version. The new version is fucked. At least for my hardware setup. And as anyone who spends time on a PC knows, different hardware reacts and differently with programs and shit like that. So,
What version are you running?
right now it's 21.44 or something like that, and I updated last night to 21.47.
Nope. I've had an update available on this thing for quite some time because I'm still running 20.0.0.55.
Well, the
Sounds
down
like I'm not changing.
yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
That's like Skype. Anybody who's running the newer version of Skype, you automatically know what it means to hate that because you can't add your own calls.
Yeah.
Like I'm running classic Skype, and that's the only place that you can find it. If you update to the desktop version of Skype, you can't add calls in anymore. It's not a feature. So a situation like what we got right here, where I'm talking to you and I'm talking to him, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I tried to use the Windows app for Skype originally, if you remember, and it was all fucked. Had to download the standalone version to get it to run proper. But give me a second. I'm gonna feed my anger.
Technical issues aside, and no shameless plug of the Yeti product right there, front and screened, but.
Oh, man.
I feel better already.
Hey, at least you didn't have my issue this morning. Freaking, I was too tired to be angry.
Yeah, well, you'll have that. And I guess that's a good way to kind of lead into what you guys have been playing. Yeah.
Terra.
Yeah.
The new gunner wound up coming out. Yesterday they had a little event for it. First one that hit. Well, actually, we found out that first they had a couple of different titles that they released during the whole leveling process. But first one that hit 65 basically got a
first to 30, first to 58, first to 60, and first to 65.
Right. Well, we wound up having a little grind fest on my end. and still didn't win, but
The 30-hour of Terra marathon
oh god,
ran through. Fortunately, though, the guy that we run with on a regular basis is in Australia, so I was able to run with Guru for a little bit, and then our Aussie buddy could take over, and he could run with Guru.
yeah, definitely appreciate it. Unfortunately,
I got on this morning. Ozzy was like, "I'm out for a minute." I was like, "All right, I got it." I went and joined Guru and
continued the
continued
grind fest.
grinding. Yeah,
Yeah, man, and it sounds like actually we might be doing another grind fest on August 9th is what I'm hearing so far for the next class, which will be the ninja class.
Yep, looks like the next release installment, so to speak, of content that will be coming will be the Ninja, and yeah, it looks like an early August release.
Oh, you know what's funny though? You don't even get that outfit. You don't even. It's just right now word around the water.
Okay.
It's speculation.
If you go based on how Bluehole released the content and has the availability to be able to make these two sets of content kind of roll blah, 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 right on into each other, it's a possibility that you'll see both of them kind of
roll in.
Yeah. And they're also in that because you already know the Valkyrie exists, expect the Valkyrie possibly by the end of the year.
That I'll go back on that grind fest for.
Yeah,
I gotta get my DPSers, bro.
But that's
I gotta
like
get my DPSers.
That's like deep in the rumor mills. That's like Reddits of subreddits of subreddits.
Yeah. You know the funny thing is, you remember how I was like, where's my other outfit for making a Castian? Wound up getting it at 65 is whenever they finally give it to you. I was like, they didn't say that.
Nope, just part of the hidden allure of the game. It's funny, man, to go and actually like look over some of the reviews of this game for the console. Some people are really, really cash grabbing on the game. They're like, "Oh, this is such a cash grab," but they say that they basically get you in there, and then they start trying to pluck you for cash.
Yeah.
Because once you're in there, you're like, "Oh, yep, got to do this, got to do that, got to do this," and then you hit a point, and you're like, "Damn it, I need stuff." I've been doing and doing and doing and doing. It's been so fun. I've been doing and doing and doing and doing. Now I'm at max level cap. Now the real grind actually begins because once you hit 65, that game becomes a different game. It is like it's right now. Actually, I'd hate to say this in a direct comparison when you talk about these two games, but you would almost throw it to it is exactly like Destiny. Destiny, it is not hard to hit level cap. But to hit max gear cap,
yeah, it's a pain.
That is
a pain.
That is the utmost. I mean, but every MMO, and I guess that's what Destiny's trying to say about themselves again is maybe they're going to try and be a console MMO, especially when you got a company like Terra that's coming and basically put an MMO there.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. This is an actual MMO. This isn't a pretended to be an MMO. We've been working on this MMO for 6 years now. Here you go. Here's an MMO on console.
Exactly, which I'm really glad Terra came out because we were talking about it before. It's pretty close to being like a console. It's as close as the console I feel like is going to get to WoW, pretty much.
Yeah, this is about that area. Go ahead, sir.
Well, what am I doing?
Keep looking like you want to interject, and I keep watching.
Oh no, dude! I'm just looking at stuff, doing all the stuff I wanted to do pre-show while
we're actually doing the show.
Here you go. I'll give in a little bit while VMix and my computer were dueling it out. there you go. I gave in a little bit. It may not be just VMix's fault. It may be my computer and VMix and myself were having a little argument. But I'm feeling much better now that I've got the alcohol coursing through my veins.
Angle do
That always does it, right?
I do want to say anybody who's watching out there on Mixer, YouTube, Twitch, listen on the radio. You can call in and tell us what beer you're drinking. But if you're on the stream, type in chat. Let's hear what you're drinking. I'll be monitoring chat and keeping up with all that stuff. And speaking of calling into the radio show, 216-539-9967.
There he is. That is the Ironic Radio number right now for you to be able to contact us. Those of you out there listening in Radio Land, we know you're there. We see you listening. Again, as always, 216-539-9967. Discuss a little bit about the alcohol we're drinking, if you're actually a Terra player at all. Because, like I said, the game has been around for 6 years now. It's got quite a big PC following. Some of the guilds over there are pretty insane on like some of the guild sizes and stuff like that. Some had gotten big enough that they had to create sub guilds for their alts.
So what's the guild that we're in? Even though I'm the most inactive member in the guild, the Connection, and what server is that on?
Oh,
Melikarth.
Is it Melikarth? Yeah. I think it's Melikarth. It's the only M in the American server.
Yeah, it's the only M on American console.
So there you go. If you're looking for a guild, I guess look us up.
Wide open. Yeah, we're wide open. Hopefully, eventually one day they'll turn on the guild progression system, and we'll be able to utilize that.
Yeah, because that would be pretty handy.
Yeah, it looks like it's a real big pain in the ass in order to do that, though. Supposedly there was content that came to the game that introduced the guild system into the game, and they're saying that would be the probability of what you would see would have to be based on this entering into the game, but that is not even a part of the game anymore. But the guild leveling system is. So they're saying that just because of the way it progressed on PC side, like, would we see a smaller version of that over on console?
Hopefully we will. I mean, it would be really, really nice, especially since we already have, like you said, you can see that the leveling system's there.
Or not for anything, if we don't want to listen to him ever talk about console Terra ever again, all we have to do, guys, this is all we have to do, go to our Patreon, The Angry Dandelion, and help support, number one, getting Guru a PC so we don't have to listen to his MMO console grind, and he can just be ahead of the world like everybody else.
I'm the PC grind instead.
I'm still tempted for the GoFundMe campaign. Build Guru a PC. Hell, motherfuckers can just donate their old computer parts at this point. You know, at least keep it, fourth generation Intel. And let's just skip everything AMD before Ryzen at this point if we're gonna game.
Hey, not for anything, if people can send soda popping car parts every week.
Oh yeah, to build his car
project. Have you, for anybody who doesn't know, it's a video game story that basically has kind of took this morbid twist into real life. But there's a video game out there on PC for those of you who are PC gamers called My Summer Car. And My Summer Car is, you get a car at graduation and you've got this thing for the summer. And you've got to keep it running because it's got to go to college. It's your car. And so you are dealt a real big flopper right there in the beginning. And it's all about changing out the parts. And it's almost Garage Mechanic Simulator, if you also PC players, if you've ever played that. The only comparison I guess I could say for console players is I know y'all have seen Farming Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Oh
same thing, but
yeah.
as an auto mechanic, like literally going in and like all these bolts have to be tightened and putting torque wrenches on stuff and like it's literally trying to like build a car for Garage Mechanic Simulator or whatever it is. But My Summer Car is kind of the same thing, except it's just really related about you like making sure the car does whatever your summer job is, and gets from point A to point B. And it runs out of gas and it runs out of oil and it like gets things go bad. It's a cheap POS car. It's the My Summer Car project, and it's a ton of fun to play. And somebody took it a little bit more to heart than they probably should have, and and started sending this poor fella
Car parts.
car parts. It started with a side view mirror. None
Wow.
of the none of these car parts go to the same thing at all.
Look at the money that was spent on this webpage. Holy shit, is this 1999?
Dude, it
Look at
is
the
the
colored text, man. Woo!
it is it is the color of the car, man. It is rocking. It is rocking. That help me. I'm telling you, it's the simple of a game though. Like I guarantee you, one guy built this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I do like the the wallpaper on the background. That's real nice. I may
That's
put.
vintage. That's vintage My Summer Car type shit though. That's like that's what his living room looked like in 1970 when he was trying to build this and go to college.
Hell yeah.
So he could get away from that. He wanted to get away from that wallpaper. And he come up with a pretty cool game to do it. He was like, "Look, this is it. I got this." But they were a Steam Greenlight game for a while. What are they? $15 now.
Yep, 14.99.
So, ton of fun. If you're into like just like mechanics at all, it's a lot of fun. But like I said, it evolved into some real world stuff for this one poor unfortunate streamer. I've seen everything from steering wheels to rear view mirrors to side view mirrors to I watched a stream today that had a one of the gas cap lids, not the gas cap, but the lid for the car.
A lid for it, yeah.
And so, yeah, it's like there's literally this guy every Wednesday is like opening um, boxes that at random will have car parts in them. He got a gear shifter. I saw that. He's got 2 steering wheels now. He's got a rear view and 2 side view mirrors.
Boy, they.
So the 2 side view mirrors do not go to the same car.
I guess we just need to learn how to, make a game called My Summer PC where people start giving Guru PC parts while he plays the game.
There you
To
go.
build his PC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're probably a year out of development of
Hey,
PC.
if you had a PC Guru, you could play PC Building Simulator, but then you don't have a PC.
No, I just got my good old faithful laptop and cell phone.
Yeah, cell phone for the win.
Cell phone top for the win.
The game I've been playing a little bit of, haven't gotten too crazy with it. I've been spending a lot of my time at work. Yeah, murdering rats, dude. I've actually been playing Vermintide.
Not for anything. I hope nobody takes this out of context on exactly what was going on over there when he said that. He has been spending a lot of time at work, but not at work killing rats. So
yeah. I work in a kitchen. There are no rats in my kitchen. There are no anythings besides people and food, and equipment and whatnot. But
Now, is the people food?
people food. Yep. Yeah, no, we're not eating people.
I mean, it could be a recycling center. He does work in a retirement community. Could have one. Just feed it the
Man's got a point.
Down
The meat's been aged.
properly too.
Wow. Just wow. On that note, I will say I've been in restaurants since I was 15 years old, and going to the healthcare industry, best move I ever made. I actually I enjoy what I do a lot more. I have the opportunity to make a difference in people's, towards the end of people's lives. Learn a lot of things, lots of great conversations just about hell. I was talking to one lady one time, and she was telling me she remembers when boxed cereal was a new thing. Think about that.
Yeah, right?
She remembers when her dad brought home the first box of cereal.
That's crazy cool.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, it's a cool
That's
thing.
history right there, bro.
Yeah. So I love what I do.
It was one of those things. I mean, I guess at one point or another, we all look at our grandparents and we go, "Man, think about what went on in their lifetime."
Yeah, right?
My grandmother
Like,
was
what was there first?
well. My grandma was born in 1919. So, like, think about it. Like, TV happened in her lifetime, and not only did TV happen in her lifetime, but TV happened. It got color in her lifetime. It went from one little tube with like a huge box all the way to like a huge box with like one little tube.
I mean, just think about our lifetime, man. I mean, we're getting up there. We saw it go from rotary phones to touch tone phones to cordless phones to cell phones. I mean,
Tell it to call somebody. Now I
Yeah,
don't
right?
push a button. I can literally go, "Hey phone, call somebody," and it will. I know, but look, my grandmother was around for all of that too. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, insane. Like, just to think about the normal shit that took place in her life, that is like game changing type shit.
She also was there for internet growing into what it is now. Back to the phone thing, freaking, you remember back in the day, you had that.
My grandmother actually worked with the military, so she had computer experience, but she came from computers that took up warehouses to having one in her house. It was like, what?
And I know my grandpa was always stayed up on his stuff. When Gateway was first a thing, he had his own custom built Gateway PC. Now he was only sitting there playing solitaire and running his business off of it, but still, just I could go to my grandpa's house and
That's what everybody was doing at that point.
play some games on a high end PC. Back in the 90s.
Yeah.
My grandpa had I inherited this when my grandfather passed away, and it eventually took crap, but had an original CD player in his Technics sound system.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No anti-skip protection or anything like that. You put a CD in and turn it up too loud, and
All you hear is.
it just skipped.
Yeah, you have problems. You catch like parts of different songs.
The good old days where when somebody called you on your house phone, you immediately got kicked off the freaking
internet.
Yeah.
You were done. AOL said nope. Because you was on AOL, and you know why you was on AOL? Because AOL sent a disc every month, so you could get free AOL.
Yeah, buddy. My stepmom, shout out to my stepmom. She worked for a purchasing department for the city of Columbus, so she's always been super up on tech and technology. So when I moved in with my dad when I was younger, we had a kick-ass compact Presario that could run the shit out of Duke Nukem 3D. But I can remember the dial-up days quite well, playing using the phone line for 3 hours playing Warcraft 2 with my buddy.
When you're scream at you just to get started.
Yeah,
like you're trying to tell everybody to get off the phone.
You can connect to nothing late at night. Like there was no sneaking on the internet at night because the modem would yell through your entire house. Everybody could hear the it's like, holy shit, what the stop that stuff.
Well,
It was
hell,
easy
That's a
for you to get online, much less if somebody heard you do that like in the middle of the night.
well, when Ultima Online came out, my mom and my stepdad had just built their new house, and they had 2 phone lines, one for the internet and one for the house phone. So what was nice about that is the computer was downstairs, where all the kids' bedrooms were. So there were some missed school days from
Yep.
24-hour marathon sessions on Ultima Online. Um, and then there were lots of fights of it's my turn, with the siblings and shit like that. Now I just have my own shit, so
Yeah.
no more sharing. I'm an adult now. Fuck you,
Plus-
it's mine.
fuck you, it's
At some
mine.
point, like we crossed into this next generation of things going on where you didn't even need the PC anymore. Like you've got a phone. Your phone can play games that your tablet can play, or sometimes your PC can play, or you can play on your console. I mean, the integration levels that we're at right now on what our technology is able to do with itself. It's like, oh man, I've got this really cool refrigerator. It's just a really cool refrigerator. And then I've got this really cool coffee pot that I can talk to, and it's just a really cool coffee pot. But now I've got a coffee pot that actually monitors coffee in this bin over here and tells my refrigerator when to put shit on the list because it's low on coffee.
Yeah, my coffee pot's an asshole. I still have to do everything for it. It doesn't talk to me. It doesn't nothing. It just leaves me hanging.
No, don't get it twisted. I do not have that set up in my current domicile.
Mr. Coffee's a dick.
But it's very capable. I mean, if you look at the integration, like I almost would like to say that we're living in what the Jetsons actually would have experienced, because there are all these things, these like little connection points of, I think that's the reason the technologies are still being centralized the way they are, is because everybody wants that. Nobody's going to be happy until we've got that. But we're kind of there already. I mean, all of our stuff knows what it's doing. It's able to intermingle with itself. If we give it a brain at all and say,
Skynet.
hey, communicate with the internet. And that's it. It's not even going to be artificial intelligence. We go, hey, this is your job. Communicate with the internet and make sure that everything else is doing, whatever else is supposed to be doing jobs.
You can't get a Rosie, though, man. You can get a Roomba and watch it smash into your wall over and over again.
Get a cat so we can ride on the Roomba.
Yeah.
Do like Guru. Get 2 cats so you can watch them both try and run away from the room.
And don't even. Yeah. Yo, she actually came by and picked those suckers up, by the way.
Oh, so you have any cats anymore?
No, thank God.
Oh, yeah, because if you'd have had 24 hours... Look, I'm telling you, if the cats would have been there, as long as it took you to level from 1 to 65, you would have cats.
So you kind of touched on something, Thump, that can lead us into something else, so we can stop staring at this Vermintide gameplay trailer. Vermintide's fun. It does have Twitch integration. I've been enjoying it. I plan to play it a little bit more while I'm on PTO. But you kind of mentioned the cross-platform thing, so that can lead us into this right here. Sony left out.
Oh man, this was so great. Like at this moment, when everybody who knows us right now, everybody who's come in, the fans that have come in and showed like a little bit of support for what we're doing on the online platforms here, anybody in the Angry Dandelion for the most part, there's a lot of PC love. There's a little bit of console love. Most of the console love is all on the Xbox side. When it comes down to it. And there's not a lot of PlayStation love coming out of the Angry Dandelion, and we know that. We've got a couple people that are willing to, stick their necks out there and say that, yeah, they're PlayStation people, and we're going to have them on the show, and y'all can, smack them with beer bottles if you feel the need to and stuff like that.
Speaking of which, Johnny, if you're out there and if you're watching, man, I know you just converted from Xbone to Sony. Feel free to call in
Ooh.
and throw your hat in the ring on the Sony Pony fanboy thing. 216-539-9967.
Yeah, and I don't want to call you a separatist, but separatist.
Why would you convert?
Well, actually, you know the irony of it though is he's converting one way, and I'm hearing more of the other converts. I'm hearing a lot of PlayStation people like that. I to be honest, I don't necessarily have a big problem over there. The games to own over there are dynamite games to
Oh
own.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna discredit them because what they put on the table is just as good as anything else. So you know, when you put it to the platform that it is, neither one of them are really honestly beating each other in anything. It was just certain game developers tagged themselves to be with Sony, and they've put some dynamic games on the platform. And I'm not going to knock them for that, but it's not enough for me to rush out and actually go do that. I have enjoyed every bit of the Xbox experience.
And it's just getting better.
Yeah, well, now with multi-platform integration and what we're talking about right now, you see it on the screen. Nintendo and Microsoft team up for a epic Minecraft ad.
The
And
only thing that I didn't like about it is it's like left out. They weren't left out.
well, they were left out of the ad. Like the thing about left out of the ad, and it was due to not even to recognize them as not participating. You know, because usually, I don't know if this is Nintendo's influence, but you know, if Xbox has something to do with it, they like to put those shots over the bow. They like to make those pew pew pew. The PlayStation pew 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 in their ad. They will do that. They have no problem. Neither of the companies have had any problem doing it to each other. Where they're like immediate pew 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 PlayStation pew 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 Xbox. It doesn't like they do it. This ad completely excludes them.
Well,
Like,
it's a
no
choice.
Foul, no nothing. This is
Yeah, I mean, it's right there in the article. Sony's decision to not allow cross-platform play makes it look even worse. That's a choice that Sony as a company has consciously made to try to keep their fan base. I'm not really understanding why the segregation. Why not? We're all gamers. It's a gaming community, and yes, you have your favorite platform, but why not bring all gamers together?
not for anything.
Right.
Hold on. No, so let's talk about that moment right there because even as PC people, if you're an Asus Ryzen guy versus being an Intel MSI guy,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
talk goes across the board between the two of us, but we can play games together and show whether
Yeah.
shit's better. That's the shit talk you get from us. What? You mean I'm running everything on alt. What are you talking about?
well,
My system isn't having any problems at all. What are you talking about?
well, and that kind of ties into you can look at reviews and see what performs best out there. And when it comes to console, it's like graphics performance and load times. That's all you can really look at. But when it comes to PC, there's so many variables that you can put in, and that's what makes PC gaming fun for me. Or just building PCs fun for me is because there's so many options that I can research 100 different products and find the one that best fits my needs or what I want. And you know, I'm running an Intel processor, but I'm not going to knock what AMD's doing. Since the release of Ryzen, it's a fantastic thing. If you want to game and stream at on a decent budget, you run AMD. You run a Ryzen 7 1700 or 2700. You run that because you can game and stream with it for a decent price. If you're just going to game, well, the top gaming performance, you're looking at an i7 8700K or an i7 7700K, i7 6700K. That's where your gaming performance is, because you get a better IPC out of Intel than you do out of AMD.
Yep.
And IPC, for anyone who doesn't know, instructions per clock, and that's important for gaming. You can actually overclock an Intel processor higher than you can an AMD processor. Well, when it comes to streaming, rendering, or anything like that, cores count. So when you can get a 6-core processor for $300 or an 8-core processor for $300, you pick up the 8-core processor if you're going to stream. You pick up the 6-core processor if you're just gaming and don't want to stream. You can still stream with a 6-core processor, don't get me wrong. You can stream with a 4-core processor. Thump, you're doing it on the 7700K.
That's right.
4 cores, 8 threads. You can stream just fine with that. But when you're talking about rendering video and editing video and stuff like that, more cores, the merrier.
It's true.
But I mean, it sounds like they don't want their PlayStation peeps to, I don't know.
I think the big one that's going to really hurt them, it may not be the individualism, so to speak, that's going to hurt them as much as the biggest game in the world right now. You told your player base you can only play here, so you have to stay home.
Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
And to find out, like, Xbox players and Nintendo players and PC players are all like, wait, this is going to sell a bazillion more Switches.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to go out and do. You're going to be like, let me get the Switch so I can continue to play Fortnite when my parents tell me I have to go somewhere.
Yeah. You can just take it on the go with you.
Yeah. And they're not locking the account. And that's something that's weird to me, that PlayStation account bound Fortnite only to their PlayStation. They were like, nope, if you've ever played over here, that profile is locked to our console.
You can't take it you can't take it over to the PC, you can't take it over to the Xbox.
You can't anything with it. It is locked. If you start an account on the PlayStation 4, that is where your account is. Period.
Well,
And you've played Thump on both. You've played Thump on both sides. Son, I'm not totally sure on you. I definitely played with Thump on Fortnite before, and you were able to transfer your information easily.
Xbox to PC,
forth, right?
of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can Xbox to PC. I was just kind of glancing through this article again, and something caught my eye. A former Sony executive recently said that the issue comes down to the company not wanting items bought on other platforms to ever be used on the PS4. That's greed. I mean, given that, you know, PlayStation seems to be the only thing really carrying the Sony brand much anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sony headphones, Sony cameras, and stuff like that are great products. Their TVs I'm sure are decent, but as far as income goes, the profitability is PlayStation. But you're isolating yourself from that profitability because you're locking people out of content. You're locking people out of stuff for the almighty dollar.
Well, it's just like you'd say Steam and the Apple Store right now. Apple said, yeah, you can put an app on our phone, and then found out that people could buy games through Steam and not through the Apple Store. And Steam was like, no, you can't do that. I mean, Apple was like, no, you can't do that. I'm sorry, if they're not buying games through the Apple Store, you can't sneakily sell your product. You can't sell through your app. You could do in-game shit that goes through our app to come to your app, but you can't sell independently.
Because it's them wanting that. They want a piece of the dollar bill as well.
They got to get their cents, and
Mm-hmm.
I love the quote that's pasted across the screen right here with "Survive Alone" on the blue background with PlayStation 4 underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tweet that person put out's good. Boy, Sony's version of the new Minecraft crossplay trailer is sure accurate.
Yep.
This article's on Polygon. I feel like we should probably cite some sources when we're pulling these up because we're doing some research, but our research is looking at websites. We ain't that big. Nobody's calling us saying I got the inside scoop.
Hey, we are the fans just like you. We're just giving you our perspective on it and letting you know what we know about what's going on. Information's out there. We'll let you, you're going to see all of it anyway. Those of you on the radio side that don't get to see it, yeah, Polygon's where this source comes from this time. We queued in for one of the articles that we read up about this, but our internet research brings through whatever Bing or Google searches or whatever our independent searching does, all of that stuff. They're coming from everywhere.
Yeah, our format of the show is pretty open. I mean, we got our Google Doc, and we just kind of. Did y'all hear that notification? Because that makes me mad. Anyways,
No, actually,
good, good,
No.
good. I've got it set to silent. It came through on my headset when it shouldn't have. Yeah, we all just paste ideas into a Google Doc, talking about them a little bit, read up on articles, and we go. And that's I like our open platform.
Well, not for anything. Actually, when you take a look at what we do to share that information with each other, I think a little bit of it is retained too, because when I'll bring a subject to you guys that I'm like, hey, we need to talk about this, I might read 4 or 5 different articles trying to kind of find out about it. And I cite the best one of those where I'm like, all right, here's a good collection of information. And occasionally, even if I have multiple articles where I'm like, all right, you got to read not only this, but I need you to read the counterpoint article over here too.
Yeah.
This counterpoint argument is kind of maybe the direction where I want to come from, kind of stuff. With those allowances, and like I said, this is where we talk about like in our lifetime or in our grandparents' or parents' lifetime, like just the changes. To think about this the first time we ever touched a computer, about being able to, we can all three sit in one document and edit it on the fly with each other in there.
Yeah, I like watching when we're all in there, and I can see where you're doing work, Thump. I can see where Guru's doing work. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, just to know that like everybody has that on demand like live action. Like we couldn't have thought of this 20 years ago.
Hell no.
No.
We'd have been writing letters
and mailing them to each other, or pigeon. We'd be sending pigeons.
Not for anything.
That's a little further back than 20 years.
Not for anything. I went through a little bit of a verification process through Facebook, and had them send me a letter
by pigeon.
It showed up. And there was a letter from Facebook, and I'm like, well, this has got to be fake. Like, who the hell?
Yeah, I remember you had me Google the address to make sure it was legit.
Yeah. I didn't even want to say nothing to you because I didn't want you to just instantly be like, dude, that shit's fake. I wanted you to like, I just need you to do this for me. And I didn't want it to be on my PC because I was just like, hold on. I just need to know independent study here. I went the most objective route I could take in order to find out the legitimacy of a letter showing up at my house from Facebook. I was like,
dude, we're starting to get to the point where like all your bills and everything, like
I don't get nothing through mail, man.
I know it's all
besides junk mail. Everybody trying to give me credit cards I don't want. That's all I get in the mail.
I get all my utilities that way. I didn't go paperless with those because I still like keeping a record of my own,
Yeah.
like an independent record of my own, and I keep an eye on things. It's like, all right, this is now I can say securely paid because I marked it and it says it and it went over there, and that way some computer glitch doesn't happen, like my internet shuts down in the middle of it or whatever, a little hiccup in the matrix as it would be, and all of a sudden something gets lost. And I've had that happen, and that's the only reason why I like with my utilities I still keep a paper billing system. Now my cell phone bill, nope.
I don't even see my cell phone bill. It just
Oh,
straight
well,
up
I do
takes
it
out.
on my phone. It
Auto
comes up
pay.
on my phone and it goes, "Hey, here's your bill. It's coming up in the next couple of days. Do you want to pay it?" And I'm like, "Yep." And it goes, "Okay, paid your bill." Yes.
Yeah, but that's usually through a text message nowadays too. It's
Right.
like, oh, hey, here's a text. We're letting you know that your bill is about to be coming.
I get that
Oh,
for
no,
my
no.
car
Right.
payment, man. I pay my car
Through
payment through my phone. I can just send a text to pay my car payment.
Yeah.
Like, look at how far we come. Like Thump was talking about earlier.
Oh, that's
Skynet, man. We're this much closer.
Well,
Like,
not for
well,
anything. If you keep letting Elon and Zuckerberg play with their AI systems, the good thing is we've got an Elon because Zuckerberg just turned his AI on, and like within 20 minutes, it already had figured. Within a couple of seconds, it had already figured out its own language.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
You know, so you
I'm
look at that
messing with that.
situation. He was like, "Zuckerberg, don't turn that motherfucker on." He was like, "Look,
Mm-mm.
no." He was like, "Don't connect it to anything." He's like, "If you want to turn it on, that's fine, but don't connect it to anything. Don't let it get out."
yeah.
And he gave it a little solid little base system to play in, and it immediately cut him out of that system.
Well, an AI's job, depending on how you program it, my understanding is to find the most efficient way of doing things. And I mean,
His
if you think about language in general, a lot of language is maybe efficient for us to communicate, but from a computer standpoint, is probably a bunch of gibberish and worthless. A computer wants pertinent information. That's all it needs. So
computer only wants ones and zeros,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it wants them lined up in the proper order.
yeah.
Every single time.
Something that you brought to my attention. We were kind of talking about where things are going and how things are progressing. Something that you brought to my attention yesterday, Thump, and I feel like we should at least mention is the D Live, man.
Crypto streaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get Steam cryptocurrency for
You
lights.
you know what you needed for this, right? We needed that the cryptocurrency guy, the one that did the whole Bitcoin
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
meme. We needed that meme coming alive with the D Live like logo over and over and over again. It would have been perfect. But yeah. Yeah, scroll back up a little bit and let people read the entire top of that, or is that the top of that
That is the
blockchain?
top of that.
Yeah, that's the top.
Oh, see, I thought we had something a little bit better than that.
But well, I have some other stuff, but
There we go.
this
Yeah, no, the entire article actually reads for its what I've got as a title is D Live, the world's largest streaming platform on blockchain,
Yep.
launches on Android. Yeah, I'm not getting that on your screen.
it's there.
It's there.
Well, now it is.
Yeah, I just need to scroll up a little bit because I was kind of looking at the lower end of things down here where it's only been a thing for 6 months.
Yeah.
It's got 500,000 users
Yeah.
and 2.6 million worth of cryptocurrency shared. Now it's using the Steam STEM cryptocurrency, which I think is like number 30 something as far as top cryptocurrencies go and whatnot.
Right.
But there's it's pretty cool. You can get paid for people just throwing you a thumbs up. You're part of the blockchain. What worries me about it though and I didn't research this further, and I probably will at some point. Torrent sites and stuff like that, when you were logging into them at one point, were using your processing power to mine cryptocurrency. So DLive takes no money, uses no ads, uses nothing. It's free, completely free, and you make cryptocurrency. So it makes me wonder if they're not back-ending into your processor or your graphics card and using some of your computer to mine their own fucking cryptocurrency.
Right.
It makes... I think
Like
that...
they got it right. They got to be getting something out of it.
But I need to research that further. That's just my speculation with the limited knowledge I have on it at this point. But if you look at the Steam cryptocurrency, which $1.27 per bit or whatever right now, but yeah, it's ranked 35. It's the number 35 cryptocurrency in the world.
Yep.
Market cap's at 337 million. In the last 24 hours, 918,000 USD has been transferred, and there's 265 million Steam coins, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, Steam bits, out there floating around. So, and you can, I like this, coinmarketcap.com. It shows, when it's peaked, when it's dropped, and through the whole GPU price gouge and everything like that, through Ethereum mining and stuff, I started kind of just watching these things a little bit.
Got to keep an eye on it a little bit more, because we were affected by it tremendously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that kind of ties into this article from Gamers Nexus. It'll pop up on the stream here in a second for you guys. We're on a little bit of a delay restream. But there it is. So NVIDIA purchased too many GPUs from their suppliers because of the mining craze. So now they have too many. They have add-in board partners like Asus and stuff like that. It may not directly be Asus. I'm just throwing them out there as an example. Are trying to send GPUs back. What's fucked up about this, though, is that even though they have more graphics chips than they need, people are trying to send back graphics chips. We're not seeing discounts.
We're not seeing discounts or major price drops.
Yeah. Graphics cards are still sitting around, MSRP or a little bit above what the original MSRP was. And that's kind of frustrating to me, and it's kind of disappointing in a sense. You have more product than you need or you're going to sell. Where's the fire sale? Where's passing on all that price gouging? And it wasn't, don't get me wrong, it wasn't NVIDIA, it wasn't Asus, it wasn't MSI, it wasn't EVGA. Those guys weren't price gouging. Their MSRPs were set. It was retailers. It was third-party sellers on Amazon, Newegg, Micro Center that were jacking up the prices because of supply-demand issues. But where's the kickback now?
You got so much of it.
It's not there.
Why?
And that kind of ties into, speaking of prices, ties into what's been going on with DRAM for the last year or two.
Yep.
I find that very entertaining. Gamers Nexus has a lot of good stuff on this article. Gamersnexus.net. If you're listening, if you're into tech and PC stuff, these guys, Steve is legit. He's not bought and paid for. His money comes through Patreon. We the people support what he does, so he's pretty unbiased when it comes to things. But yeah, I closed the ad blocker, you piece of shit. Here we go.
Speaking of, don't forget the Patreon. Let's get Guru that PC.
Yeah. Let's get this guy a damn PC.
The angry Dandelion.
So Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron.
Hold on. This is important enough to interrupt. I don't know whether or not that was absolute, but it looks like possibly Guru's offering blowjobs for PC parts.
Oh no, I got some DDR3 in my no.
I'm glad you got that.
I be watching my screens, bro. I be watching. I'm reading
I was
articles.
like, oh, it doesn't look like anybody caught that one. Yeah, it didn't look.
I'm
First,
glad.
it didn't look like anybody caught it. So I was like, the fans watch. They'll catch it. They'll know what's going on.
Yeah, my bad. I'm busy clicking articles and waiting for someone to post something in chat. If you are watching this stream, just post anything in chat. For the love of God, be a part of the community. Be a part of the group. Just say hey. I'll say hey
We would
back.
love to hear what your opinions are on any of the stuff that we're talking about right now.
But yeah, other than Guru sucking you D for some computer parts, Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron, the only three manufacturers of DRAM in the world, were found guilty of DRAM price fixing. So they are facing 800 million to 800 billion, or not 800, $8 billion worth of fines from China. China's the one who looked into it. China's the one who is pressuring him, or is he going to hit him with the fines? Because what these three companies did is they colluded and worked together to keep RAM prices up. You can blame it on manufacturing shortages. They try to blame it on a lot of things, and that's what I've been hearing for the last 3 years. Is like, oh well, we had problems with their manufacturing. We're not getting the yields we thought we would get out of this new manufacturing process, and so on and so forth. Well, turns out that's not true. They all work together to steal your money.
That's right. Cooperative effort. Make sure that you go broke. Oh wait, hold on. This is just corporate initiative in general, right?
Yeah, right.
But that's, I mean, kudos to the Chinese government for recognizing it, because people have been crying foul for a long time. And yep. I'm all, I love my Samsung products. Don't get me wrong, but the corporate greed and back alley bullshit has to be kept in check. So,
all right. Well, the one thing we'll have to do is definitely keep a check on Japan, because I did just see that they introduced a whole fleet of Nissan GTR police cars. So if we know where that corporate is possibly going,
I saw that.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to Japan and becoming a police officer.
Yeah, right.
GTR police cars. Actually, my girl walked into the room and is like, "Is that a transformer?" I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, guys,
it's that legit.
So, yeah, I'm happy about this. I've been waiting for it to come, because I've told you guys probably multiple times. I bought 32 gigs of G-Skill Ripjaws 5. Now, don't blame G-Skill. Don't blame any of the chip sellers. Blame the manufacturers. Don't take it out on G-Skill. Don't take it out on any of those guys. Corsair, so on and so forth. They had to buy the chips for what Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron were selling them for. But shit, I lost my train of thought. Motherfucker.
Oh.
Where the fuck was I?
All right. Well, now let's just run a train on your thoughts.
Well, that sounds fun.
All right.
There you go.
Anyways,
world.
We're probably due for a little bit of a break. Anyways, we're an hour and 5 minutes into the show. We should probably plug Ironic Radio. So Thump, you to let me know when you're ready. Everyone who's watching the live stream, you're gonna watch a beer pour. We're gonna be muted. If you're in the chat, remind me when we come back to unmute the damn audio. Let's not keep this a thing going.
Oh man.
All right. So You're listening to the Angry Dandelion right here on Ironic Radio on Wednesday night. And on the other side of the break, we're going to continue a little bit of this like insane tech conversation that we're pointing fingers at.
And beer.
Because, well, we're pouring on our fingers the beer, but I don't know
That's
why.
a waste of beer.
I don't know why we're doing that, but
I was about to say, that's a waste of beer, good sir. What are you doing?
Look,
I bathe in beer. That's how
hold on, just,
That's how you drink it, right?
I just pour it all in my bathtub, go in and swim around, drink it all up. No, that's fucking gross. Don't ever do
I was
that.
about to say, that is like...
That's just gross. That's just damn gross.
he was like, once I get to the bottom of the pool,
This beer tastes like nutsack.
I don't ask why there's hairs in it. I just keep drinking. Use those as floss.
All right.
Oh, God.
All right. So what we got, like 4 point some odd minutes for station identification and urination.
Yeah, 4 minutes. And yeah, on the other side, we'll catch everybody there. We are back with the Dandelion show just after that break. I hope everybody enjoyed their time and actually took the opportunity to take a pee. I decided to do other adult activities instead of do that, and now I felt like I really have to pee. So, uh, on the other side of the break, kind of where we're, hey, buddy, you need to unmute yourself.
Thanks, man. I unmuted everyone but me. It's because I was worried that we were going to get feedback from my headset through my microphone on the radio station, so I turned off my phantom power on my mic real quick to shut it down. But I do have us unmuted on the live stream, though. I did get that part. We're almost there, man. Making fucking progress.
Guru just teabagged the entire live stream, but
enjoy your teabag, everyone.
Where's your pea cup?
Sir, there's no pea cup today.
Oh, no pea cup. Pounders.
That is the beer that you're drinking.
Do what, sir? I'm sorry.
Should I have my woman bring in the beer that you're drinking because that's what she's drinking?
Is she really?
I feel like that's somewhat of a burn.
You know what, good sir? There is nothing wrong with Blue Moon. All right, thank you very much.
I saw you standing alone.
I'm coming back with the truth.
Look at you!
Look at that.
It's an Imperial IPA.
I'm coming back with the freaking.
Was it as imperial as the last one with the TIE fighter in there?
That's funny.
It's that imperial.
You and I are sharing a moment on this one, though. We both come back from break. Mine's a double. Yours is an imperial. Hashtag means the same thing. Mine's from Wicked Weed Brewing Company, and mine's a freak of nature, and yours is the truth. And I feel validated and justified.
Oh, yeah. IPA FTW. Don't get me wrong. The coffee stout from Jackie O's was delicious, but IPAs. That's where it's at for me.
I pee a lot.
So we got 45 minutes left on the radio. What do we want to get into? Do we want to talk some gaming nonsense?
Okay, no, hold on. Actually, I got questions. We like to centralize ourselves around a lot of these PC parts, especially when we go into, parts sewn together here. And I'm looking at a press embargo.
Oh, the NVIDIA press embargo.
And then I'd also to turn around. I know we talked a little bit of stomp about the GPU and RAM price fixing, and I know we talked about how the company might be taking a hit for over basically making processors. But now he did just give the CEO did just give like what was it 35
20.
Oh, that's right. This time it was only 20. The NVIDIA Titan V CEO edition.
Yeah, well, the graphics chips that were overproduced were Pascal architecture. When you're talking Titan V, you're talking Volta architecture.
Yeah.
But what's crazy, I mean, this is mainly for AI and stuff like that because it has 32 gigabytes of HBM2 on it. That is a massive amount of HBM2. You will probably never need that anytime soon for gaming.
Please, you're showing a picture of at least the actual processor that came out of the box.
No, I don't even know that there is a picture other than this right here. And
so far they haven't shown like what it looks like. It's just
I don't
a box.
I don't know that it's something that's going to come to retail sale or anything like that. I'm just showing Jensen Huang holding up the box,
holding up his own version of his Wang.
Right.
But hey, he doesn't have his leather coat on. Anyone who follows tech knows that Jensen usually has his leather coat on. Motherfucker's wearing a button-up polo.
That's right. He's been working out lately. Wanted you to see the chest, see the biceps, as he held out this massive Titan 32 gig card out there for the world to see. He just wanted you to know the guns is on point right there.
So as far as Volta is concerned, though, I don't think we'll ever really see Volta as a gaming card, though. Volta is going to be more of an AI type thing. Now, based off the Volta architecture, we'll see the Turing series of GPUs hopefully within the next few months. And those will be gaming focused, but Volta is strictly going to be for workloads and AI and so on and so forth. That HBM2, you're not going to see on any consumer grade graphics card. You're probably going to see GDDR6, which supposedly the memory manufacturers have just ramped up production on, which means somebody's about to start cranking out some graphics chips that utilize that memory. It's just worth noting that NVIDIA's giving away this to the top 20 AI researchers. So this is an AI graphics card. This isn't anything for us gamers, but it's just interesting to note. While we're on the topic
Are we
of
sure that the card's in the box?
probably not,
Because we haven't seen the card.
Why
Or are
don't
we
you
just winning the box?
You just get the box, dude, and no one wins it. It's not like a giveaway type of thing. It's NVIDIA made this and gave it away to AI researchers. So it doesn't really pertain to gaming or anything. It's just interesting tech news to know that something like this freaking beast is out there. What's more applicable to us as gamers or us as consumers who look to tech reviewers and just internet reviews in general, or reviews in general, is NVIDIA's new NDA.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of anger, frustration, blasting on Reddit, so on and so forth, of NVIDIA and their new NDA due to some of the language that's in the NDA, and it's here on this Guru 3D article if you really want to read through it. If you want to be an armchair attorney, you're more than welcome to.
Gotta love its guru-ness.
But what I enjoyed about this, and this is another shout out to Gamers Nexus. So people are really angry about this NDA, saying that, people aren't going to be able to review products legitly. People are going to be, it's kind of all a sham, because what Gamers Nexus did is they actually called a lawyer and talked to a lawyer regarding this NDA. And basically, it's pretty much the same kind of non-disclosure agreement that's been out there forever. And if you watch the video or read the article on it, the tech reviewers, websites, and everyone are still going to be able to do the same legit reviews that they were always going to be able to do. This is just kind of a blanket NDA that covers any NVIDIA product from now until whenever. It's basically saying if you review a product and you find the information on your own, disclose it. You're fine with that. You can't speculate on someone else's rumors if you're under the NDA. It needs to be your own information. So all that hype and all that anger and all the rage that the internet's been spewing, if you're a tech nerd, it's unfounded, really. I guess, and that's kind of why I wanted to bring this up, because
it is South Park.
It absolutely is. So it's nice to see that instead of just the keyboard warriors and armchair lawyers, hey, that rhymed, out there doing their thing and creating all that internet hate, that there was someone out there that contacted an attorney and said, hey man, let's talk about this and let's explain this. And it's okay, guys. you're going to be all right. Your tech reviewers, people like us, are still going to be able to formulate our own opinions and give them to you. If we ever get to a point to where we get to review technology, if it comes from NVIDIA, we'll still be able to give you the facts. We'll still be able to give you our opinion on it. So, don't worry about it. Every little thing is going to be all right.
Be all right.
Every little thing we do is magic. Every little.
Oh, well, okay.
Not where that was going, but
Sorry.
So, if you're watching, you know we're streaming to multiple outlets through multiple things, and you've probably heard of Elgato. Have you heard?
Sorbato?
Some of us more than others. With a little bit more of a streaming background that I have, as far as just like wanting to put content out there, I'm very familiar with Elgato. They've made it rightfully, readily easy for the guy on his Xbox that's got like a little kind of PC that can push a little bit to be able to make his voice known. This is back to the loop of what technology has done. What have you done for me lately? This this is another one of those moments where the Elgato Stream Deck that I currently have sitting up here on top of my desk, the Elgato HD60. Well, it's not the Pro because I don't have 4K needs. Plus, most of the people that are running on PC right now aren't 4K needs type people anyway. So all I would do would fuck up their computers trying to run that shit. So I'm not doing that to the people who want to.
Yeah.
But running the Elgato through that capture and streaming capability, they are a market that is catered to what we're trying to do. Just this right here. They're a company that wants to be a part of that revolution moving forward. But you're about to tell the people that not anymore. Not anymore are they the company, but maybe somebody else has got something to say about it.
Corsair, man, purchased Elgato.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, that you heard me correctly. Corsair. So, case manufacturer, memory manufacturer, PC peripheral manufacturer, now owns Elgato Gaming.
Hold on, wait. So this Corsair 300R case that I have with the Vengeance 32 gigs of RAM now is owned. It also owns my HD60 and my Stream Deck?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
So I know you have some qualms about this. I know you're a little bit worried about this. You and I touched base on it a little bit earlier, but I don't think there's anything really right now to worry about, other than maybe some branding. Maybe, if you read the article on Guru 3D, it basically says that Elgato will still be Elgato.
Him and I have already made an agreement that I will never look at him in 3D.
Yeah, VR is a different story, right?
No.
Oh, sorry, Guru. There went your hopes and dreams dashed.
Damn.
No interactive VR with thumb.
No, we're saving him for Antisocial.
Okay. Shout out to Antisocial. Even though he's not on the Discord, he does game with us on the Xbone. Well, not me. I'm using my Xbox One X for a Netflix box right now. Come on, Red Dead 2.
So he doesn't have to leave his chair that you see him sitting in.
That's right. I don't move from this shit unless it's to go right over there to my bed. And then I just rotate my top 29-inch curved monitor out, and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
But
Little microphone by the bedstand. Tell the Xbox what to play.
No, I use the
Yeah,
controller.
right.
I use the controller.
Wouldn't be no different than what I do. I leave the command center though, and I actually go to another room. Um, but as soon as I get in there, it is that it's oh, actually no, since the lady brought the new LG TV, the 4K TV into the house, now all I got to do is hit a button on the remote and go, hey, I want to watch Netflix, and it
Nice.
bring up Netflix.
Nice. You know what's sad, man? What's really sad is, the boy came home from his mom's today. Um, the Xbox One S is now his. He's got a nice computer in his bedroom. It's running a Ryzen 5 1500X, 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance DDR4 at 3000 megahertz. And a GTX 1066 gig card. So he's got a $1,500 PC sitting in his bedroom. The only thing left in our living room, man, is a 55-inch Samsung 1080p TV and Steam Link. That's all that's left in the living room, man. That's it. That's it. There's nothing left in the living room. I don't do cable.
Oh man.
But yeah, the living room is an unused space in our house. We each have our own rooms. We each have our own setups and, whatever.
Your son has finally transitioned to being a man.
Yeah, I just got notifications a little while ago that he decided to start streaming Fortnite, which he's good, man. He's pretty good. He's got like 125 top 10 finishes.
All right.
So,
way to go, kid. Well,
yeah, you can look at one. I'll give my son a plug. You can look him up on Xbox. Mystic Monster is his gamer tag on Xbox. Just don't let him cuss at you. If he's cussing at you, let me know. I'll take care of that.
Maybe one day we'll get to see him like beat Ninja or Marshmallow.
He said one of his buddies recently beat Ninja in Fortnite. So he's getting there.
It's not an uncommon occurrence, actually. I mean, if you think about the amount of time that guy puts into that game.
And he's been asking me all kinds of questions about streaming and stuff like that today, and he wants to link up with his uncle, which member of the Angry Dandelion Discord, Lance 2S. One day we'll have him on the show when his work schedule permits. But because his uncle, my brother, has been featured on the Hype Zone a few times for top 10s and wins on Mixer in Fortnite.
Just all it keeps wanting me to do is really just go back and I've got one team and one solo Hype Zone appearance. And then I've got the win and Realm Royale. I think I've got the total package. I can just go over there and dominate, right?
Yeah, you're good, man. You are now internet famous. It was nice having you on the show. I know you're gonna branch off and do your own thing now that you're rich. Oh wait.
Yeah, check my Patreon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, hell.
Check my. We got
I didn't know you were that damn famous. Shit, bro.
We got t-shirts over on my Patreon. $30.
Only 30, man. Shit. You need to upgrade your sweatshop manufacturing process. You can sell them for 40. Get that blend. Get that poly blend.
What are you talking about? It is a poly blend t-shirt. It's just
Oh,
a t-shirt. It ain't got nothing on it. It's just a t-shirt.
speaking of poly blend t-shirts, I mean, I'm rocking my Paul's Hardware Thumbscrew logo poly blend t-shirt. I paid $25 for it. Totally worth. Actually, I'll be straight up honest with y'all. This is the most comfortable t-shirt I ever put on. So sick with them poly blends. It's comfortable, breathes well. But I got one for Paul's Hardware and one for Bitwit. I'll get Gamers Nexus here soon. I'd rather have the Gamers Nexus mod mat than a t-shirt from Gamers Nexus though, and that's $100 investment. But Totally,
Yeah, right.
totally worth it, dude. Totally worth it. If you look up the mod mat, it's totally worth it. What you're getting
Well,
if you're building PCs, anyways.
over the next week, you just look for Thumping Loud over on D Live. Start sliding me a little bit of that crypto. We'll see what we can trade that out for.
Hookers and ice cream.
Maybe some angry tacos.
Or ice cream hookers.
Ooh.
As long as they're together, it's a good thing. Yeah. So Corsair bought Elgato.
Yeah,
No,
man. I mean, so, all right, look, I know I've got a little bit of apprehension when it comes into this subject, and it's because I've got Elgato products, and I know what my Elgato products are doing. I know what they've done. I know where they're at in the growth cycle of what they're doing. I own a Corsair case. I have their memory. I respect them as a build on the other side, but looking at these two individually and coming together, it's like, well, I have a feeling one of you is going to fuck up the other one. And I'm kind of nervous to the fact that it's like my case manufacturer fucking up my Stream Deck.
I don't see that happening. The only thing this is kind of a joke, but you're probably just going to get more RGB out of your Elgato shit. It's probably just going to have more lights on it, man. That's really all that's going to happen. You're probably just going to have more lights because Elgato gets to still be Elgato. They're separate from Corsair. They're just owned by Corsair. So I don't think you have much to worry about. If I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. You can come to my house and feed me beer. That's my punishment.
Yeah, I will. No problem.
That's your punishment?
No, honestly, you know what would be
I like
I
to
don't
keep
know
the
if that's a
punishment.
punishment.
I like to
You
keep
know-
the punishments light.
You know what would be more impressive on this moment, though? I currently am sitting in front of my Elgato Stream Deck, and on one of my sets, I've got, like, I'm a Redskins fan, I'm a sports fan, so I got my Redskins stuff. On another one, I've got, like, State of Decay, and another one, I've got Sea of Thieves. And I would like to be able to do that to my case. Where I just go, oh, hey, here, look, I want this image on the side of my case. Throw that up. And so if Corsair gets this out of Stream Deck, out of Elgato, if that's where Corsair gets this and then they're able to flip the inverse for me, that I'm not going to be mad about. And I'm also, like, not for anything, I mean, I'm a Razer guy when it comes to my peripherals. So, yeah, good luck on, like, hitting me with the color range, but...
Well, I can't see it coming on your case, but what I can see with this purchase is your Stream Deck being built into a keyboard. That would be pretty cool. If Corsair throws some Cherry MX switches and an Elgato Stream Deck on an extended keyboard instead of some macro keys, that might be a pretty solid product.
It looks like he's looking at his keyboard going, that could work.
I mean, it's going to extend your keyboard quite a bit. Yeah, you're going to have a bigger keyboard. But to have your Elgato Stream Deck right off the left side of your keyboard, that might not be a bad thing, man.
Actually, believe it or not, the size of the keys on my keyboard versus the size of the keys on my Stream Deck, no, I wouldn't have bigger keys.
No, I'm just talking about a longer keyboard, a wider keyboard, so to speak. So not bigger keys, just that Elgato Stream Deck functionality built right into a keyboard.
No, I already owned that keyboard. There was a Razer keyboard that was their MMO keyboard that, as well as having the spacebar, it had macro keys, like not the 5 that come down the side of this keyboard and the one that you're probably wearing, but the one that has the additional macro keys below the spacebar is the keyboard that I had.
That's bad placement, in my opinion. You don't want anything below your spacebar, man. That's going to ruin your. Just out of curiosity, did that kind of mess with like how it felt playing PC games, or did you feel like you're constantly reaching over something? Wasn't bad.
No, my thumb got 5 Well, my thumb got 6 buttons, and the rest of my other 4 fingers probably each got about 6 buttons.
Yeah, see, I could see it replacing macro keys on the left, or maybe replacing your numpad.
No, 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 no. I also have the 12 button Razer Naga. So I'm overloaded on both hands. I wanted to get my entire number pad out of the equation, throw whatever onto my mouse. And then I wanted all of my macros and my directional control to be handled by my left hand. And when it comes down to like doing something like WoW or something like that, to throw all of those movements over to my left hand to be able to macro in, and then all I had to do was either hit the space bar, go down and hit one of the 4 or 5 buttons that were below that while running combos. That just made life easy. That is by far one of my favorite keyboards I've ever had. Now, that's not currently what I'm running because they didn't offer it in the new version of what I wanted because I wanted the color range. I wanted to be able to control like waving flows and
RGB
uh,
for life.
if I hit a button, I want that button to like ripple out on the keyboard, or I want it to flash a couple times. Or when I start a certain game, I want like when I play H1Z1, I want H1Z1 to be lit up in red while all the rest of the keys turn yellow.
And
You-
that's something that Razer does well, man. And I don't have this article pulled up, and I should. I really should. I should have some article on the Microsoft Razer Xbox keyboard integration. Let me
Now,
look that up.
I pulled this forward yesterday when I was talking to the 8-Bit Bros guys. You were there for like a little portion of the show, but they're a sports centric kind of show. They like to talk about that a little bit, and they like to do a little bit of the tech talk. But I talked about Juju Smith-Schuster, wide receiver for Pittsburgh Steelers. He has just recently signed a deal with who? None other than HyperX. And so he is running because he's known to be a gamer. So you've got Schuster running with HyperX, and then it segued for me into the Razer Microsoft Xbox keyboard and mouse. When you talk about this company and what this company's got planned, and you talk and that's which one do you want to talk about? I mean, do you want to talk about what Razer's got planned for what their hedging of the market is, or do you want to talk about what Microsoft and Xbox and this everybody's included environment is about to do?
I
And what is that 2020 console going to be?
I think we should talk about both. I mean I think they're both one and the same at this point. I think Xbox is
We're getting to that
leaning
point, yeah.
is leaning more towards a just straight up gaming market. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. I think
What
that the Razer integration is going to give you that Razer, with Razer Synapse, anyways, on PC, it's going to give you that game specific lighting to show you what keys are the most important, like they do with Overwatch. If you played Overwatch and you have a Razer Chroma enabled keyboard, based on what character you are, you get different colored lights, and it lights up your WASD and your weapon switches and all that, and your alts and all that stuff. And Razer does that for multiple games, and I think that's a great thing. I think that's kind of a tutorial on its own with just a little bit of lights.
Yeah. Well, no, it's an aid to the tutorial. We're a visually learning society right now. To say that 90% of the people actually read most of what they're going through, somehow the consumer market drove people away from reading because they kept giving them licensing agreements that were legal papers. And you stopped wanting to read. So you just scroll through, click the button because some of them make you scroll through to click the button. Some you just click.
Yeah.
Some you just click the button. And it's all the agreements. It's why Zuckerberg was in court. It's literally like you gave these rights, and he's like, well, maybe you took advantage of the market of the fact that people just gave these rights away. That's all we're trying to say. And it's like, all right, maybe I did, but still.
I think it's a good thing, man. I like to see the console space being integrated with the PC space, being integrated with the handheld space, which is something you and I touched on last night. And that ties back into the whole Sony left out thing.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch, Microsoft. It's everything, man. You've got the handheld domination with the Nintendo Switch. You've got a great console in the Xbox One X. I won't say the Xbox One S or just the original Xbone. It competed with Sony. And then you've got the PC marketplace where it's whatever you want it to be. That's the beauty of PC. It's whatever you want it to be. But it's nice to see it all kind of coming together as a gamer, because I'm predominantly PC. I'm an Xbone, former Xbone fanboy that's converted to PC because of the customization options. But to see it all come together, man, I still want to Switch. I still want to take my games with me, and to see that ability in the future is great. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I definitely want to get a Switch for Megan, big time. Like, she's the one, like, besides Thump, like, her and Thump is really what got me looking into switching. I haven't bought a Nintendo system in a long time, very long time. Throwing back into the whole, like,
GameCube?
how old we are. I remember growing up, starting with a Nintendo. Come on now. But,
I wasn't a part of their mobile market. When it came down to it,
Yeah.
like, I wasn't worried about their home consoles because they didn't do what I really wanted. But when it came down to their mobile market, like, I knew it existed. I always kept up with what was going on. I may not have actually bought into it, but I wasn't the Pokemon guy. Because to
Hell
be
no.
honest, like, I'll tell you right now, Nintendo and Pokemon, and Nintendo and
Hand in hand.
Nintendo Pokemon, Nintendo Mario are the reason why both exist to this day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and Zelda. Can't leave Zelda out.
Link.
Mm-mm. Yeah, Link.
Yeah, Link is the whole reason why Zelda exists. And yes, I'll claim elitist on that.
Well, Link is the reason why Zelda keeps getting rescued.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
That's legit. That's legit.
Yeah, Link is the only reason that Zelda exists is because Link keeps making sure that shit fucking still there.
Yeah, right.
He's got that Mario complex though. It's like Peach all the time, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. They're all great games, though, man. Hell, I can remember back in the 90s when, Game Boy was a thing and Zelda came out for the Game Boy. My fucking mom, dude. She bought the lit, like, screen magnifier for the Game Boy so she could sit in bed at night and play Zelda.
Yep. On that green and fucking black screen.
Yep. And until my mom, had her stroke and lost half her vision and stuff, she had played and beaten every Zelda game through the GameCube generation.
There you go.
She pre-ordered and had Zelda t-shirts. And now my mom is born in, I think, 1956. So Zelda crosses borders. Nintendo crosses generational gaps.
Mm-hmm.
Where other consoles don't. So it's great to see them being brought into the fold with Microsoft. It's great. I just like where we're going as a gaming community. where it's
Right?
where it's all inclusive. Everyone gets a damn trophy. Everyone gets a trophy.
Whoa, not everyone. Not everyone.
No, you can have your trophy.
Yeah,
Not on Terra
No, no,
though.
no.
no base level achievements for everybody. No, no base level achievements for everybody. But if you're not sweaty enough, you just don't get it.
Well, I was just saying, like, PlayStation can't have their trophy.
Separatist.
I'm still mad at my dude Johnny. He's motherfucker hits me up after our stream last week. It's like, hey man, have me on the show. Johnny, if you're watching, I'm calling you out. Johnny C. Call in. Talk to us about why you switched over to PS4 from the Xbox. We got about 11 minutes left. Where you at, motherfucker?
Or we could do the
Where you at,
Tell me
motherfucker?
about it. Tell me everything you want.
Don't get me wrong. I'm sure God of War's a great game. I know The Last of Us is a great game. I know these are all great games that I've never played, and I've missed out on it.
Hold on, no, I know Nier Automata is a great game. Oh wait, nope, I get to play that now.
Haha.
Yeah.
Most
shit.
console exclusivity is becoming a thing of the past. Exclusivity is bought for a year anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So we all need to move on
They're about to start losing that too. Just gonna throw that out there for you guys.
I feel like we all need to move on from this fanboyism. And start realizing that we all have we all have the same agenda.
Wait, no, that we all need a Fortnite physical copy.
Oh, you want to talk? You want to talk about? You want to talk about that? Hold on.
Let's burn 10 minutes of rage just about that.
Yeah. Here we go. The article's pulled up on my end. I'll start talking about it a little bit. So when Fortnite first released, it wasn't the Fortnite. Oh, hold on a second. These fucking ads. This is why I have ad blocker. There we go. That's gone. Nice intro music. Shit.
To intro music.
So when Fortnite first released, it wasn't the Fortnite that everyone's playing right now.
No.
Fortnite Save the World was Battle Royale was not a part of the original Fortnite. It was an add-on later. I paid real money for the original version of Fortnite.
Yeah, $49.99.
Yep. So there's still physical copies of this game out there. Even though you can get the only part of it that people want to play, which is free, for free. Shit's selling for $450 a fucking disc, man.
Yeah, but that's because you can make V-Bucks. Like it's its own cryptocurrency right now.
This is true.
If you really look from what it is, it's its own cryptocurrency. Because if you own the original version of the game, you can mine it for more of the free version of the game access.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've tried Fortnite. I tried to get into it. You know, Lance 2S, my brother, he plays it regularly. He's got a nice following on his Twitch from playing it. My son plays it. I'm OCD when it comes to building, man. I cannot just slap up some walls and call it my base. I'm the guy that wants this luxurious palace type of thing. I like to build slow. I like to build with purpose. And that's just not my thing. If I want a battle royale thing, even though I haven't touched PUBG in months, that's probably where I'm going to go for a battle royale.
I'm sorry. Right now, for me, I am Realm Royale.
I know you like them chickens, man. I know you like them chickens.
No, it literally, I have to say, that's literally for me what has made that game. Is
turn somebody into a chicken?
No, it's not instant death.
Well,
and if you are cunning enough of a coward,
If you're chicken
Yeah, I
enough,
know. I'm gonna get.
if you're chicken enough,
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get him to destroy his laptop and his phone all tonight. He's gonna blow this beer all over the place. But no, seriously, with Realm Royale, if you get shot and you see yourself turn chicken, and you can get out of that and get your chance to get revenge on the guy who turned you into a chicken,
That is, yeah.
good feeling.
it's great. It is such a satisfying game when it comes down to that. And look, not for anything, I don't have a jailbird chicken yet, but I think I'm going to play enough for the game that I will have a jailbird chicken because it's so worth it. It's so worth. It's so gratifying, even at the point that you become a pile of feathers.
I'm terrible at that game, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a chicken as soon as I fucking land.
He
So
is every time.
every fucking time, dude, doesn't matter where I land. Even if I'm not next to someone, somehow I'm getting shot at by something and turned into a fucking chicken. So
I think I was in one of the parties with you whenever you were raging out about that. Just like, what the?
I truly think that shooter genre of gaming, I may be past my prime at 35 years old, 36 in a few days.
Look, man.
Or
I'm willing to say I'm not.
Or maybe it's just not. It's not what I enjoy anymore. Is just running out and just shooting the shit out of someone. Maybe I need a little bit more depth in my old age.
I was gonna say I've got a win in Realm Royale, and I just had a birthday, and it was for 39. So
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Maybe my skills ain't as sharp as they used to be. That's all I'm saying.
you should probably drink more when you go in to like do it.
No. I don't game when I drink. Guru, you know that.
Oh, no, he games,
But it's
but
bad.
it's usually him being a healer class, sitting in one spot, not moving, and popping heals towards wherever he can direct his heals towards.
After
He's
the conversation,
usually pretty good about that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
Like,
not
he can
for
be
anything.
completely fucking hammered, and
That's-
I've seen this motherfucker heal a whole group with
That's-
ease.
That's why we need him to level that bullshit ass fucking character he's got right now over in.
Hey, man,
That's what I was pumped-
it's like
I was
level
pumped for it whenever
27.
He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make myself a healer. I'm gonna come back into." I was like, "I'll never need a healer ever in my life ever again."
I don't have the time to know life it, so I'm playing by myself until I hit 65. So it's on the back burner for me.
Dude, all you gotta do is holler at one of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm in the middle of leveling a second character. What are you talking about?
But
Actually, I spent an entire day yesterday while leveling my character, ignoring leveling my character to go help somebody in our guild that was 10, 20 levels fucking below me.
well, we'll talk on
He
Friday.
did.
We'll talk
I was
on
there
Friday.
For that. Regrets were made.
Y'all better get up early then.
Okay.
Uh,
Like, I got no problem.
I do want to give a shout out to my fellow poor gamers and healer brethren. Ren and I from the 8-Bit Bros had a good conversation last night about being terrible at gaming and only being able to be the healer. So shout out to Ren for being a healer. Little bit of plug for the 8-Bit Bros. That's Thump's.
You'll catch us tomorrow night in this same time slot, 8 to 10, on Ironic Radio, being broadcast across all the same interwebs that you're viewing the Angry Dandelion tonight, except you'll catch us on the 8-Bit Bros, also 8bitbros.us.
And without the other two angry people.
We've got 2 minutes left on the radio, gentlemen. From my account, we should probably talk socials.
Period.
Yeah, minute 42. Minute 42 on Ironic Radio left. I'm down to keep the stream going for a little bit longer, but we should probably wrap up the radio show and give everyone who's listening some solid closure. Am I wrong? Even though we have 0 listeners right now. Closure's already happened. We got 0 listeners. So I guess if you're not listening, which you aren't, fuck you. Let's just carry on.
All right, so for the last minute of this, you know who we are, you know what we're talking about, you know what we're doing. Apparently, you don't give a shit, but this is sewn together. You can catch them everywhere. All the profiles, they all match. Throw up the page over there
It's up.
for all the other people who are actually watching. Um, Catch them on Twitter, Facebook, Mixer, Twitch, YouTube. Guru.
You still haven't. You still have not updated.
Send me
that.
the goddamn info, man, and I'll update
I
it.
swear to God.
Gotta send it. No, it's still your fault, Guru.
That's
I-
right.
Guru doesn't want to share the information publicly to anybody, apparently, but like you can catch him in all the same platforms: Twitch, Twitter, Mixer, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. Thumping loud every fucking where. My shit don't change, unlike Guru's.
What the?
Let's just finish the show bashing Guru. Fuck you, Guru.
Not for anything. I've actually only got one platform where I forgot to capitalize the N and the D. So
Facebook.
I thought you said it doesn't change. I thought you said it didn't change anywhere.
Facebook. I got it up there right, though, man. I got it up there right.
yeah, no, they're all official. But yeah, that was definitely us, and that was what we do. So, all right, Radioland.
Thanks for listening or not listening. And if you did listen for a little bit, we love you.
Another time.
Next Wednesday.
We off radio. All right. Now the radio's over. We got 6 people watching. 2 of them's probably me. So I'm awesome.
One's me.
Where are you at?
Everywhere. You know I'm watching on. I've got it pulled up on every freaking tab on my third monitor, man. I got it on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. So I keep tabs on all that shit.
All right, so actual honest opinions on what's going on in the PUBG Fortnite situation. When we sit down and we actually talk about it, like right now, when we sit down and we actually are sitting here man to man about this,
Best Buy.
Fortnite did some things. PUBG said things were done improperly. But now we're looking at the fact that PUBG goes, yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. And they're doing something that everybody says is directly what Fortnite was doing.
Yeah.
So now at this point, is PUBG in some kind of violation? Are we going to see a reversal of a lawsuit coming in like the next 3-4 months?
Well, supposedly PUBG dropped the lawsuit. So there's that. Then on top of that, they've got their battle pass or whatever the fuck they're calling it at this point. And they had a ton of fan backlash over that. So PUBG's already fucking changing their tone again. I feel like PUBG started off rock solid. And then they tried to be everybody's everything instead of just being PUBG and innovating on their own platform. They got jealous, they got butthurt, and they just kept backing that ass up right into that big dick that was Fortnite. You know, it's disappointing to see PUBG, which had some sort of realism, trying to dip into Fortnite's realm. I get it, it's popular, but if you would have just kept doing what you were good at, you probably would have been fine. If you wouldn't have been little crybaby bitches and started hating on Fortnite and throwing temper tantrums, you probably would have been just fine. Innovate on what you have.
CBBs, just in case any of you don't know, quit being CBBs.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I feel like that's what's happened to PUBG. Fortnite had its own thing. They had the building aspect. Kids are going to love that. Great.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
They tapped into the Minecraft audience immediately. They were like, create your own fortifications. And everybody was like, hell yeah.
So tap into the PUBG audience. Give us some more realism. Give us some more legit shit.
Go Battlefield before.
Yeah.
Don't let the guy hide out behind that Jeep anymore. Let me blow the Jeep up. Let me break through the walls of the house that guy thinks he's hiding in when I wreck my Jeep into his building. Come through the window. Let me, like, if I'm on a boat and I come sliding up and I turn at the last moment and slide into the edge of a building that is on the water, these things are possible.
Yeah, they should have just innovated PUBG, man, instead of adding Fortnite to PUBG.
Well, on the realism platform, the one thing that we've all been wanting is we wanted Battlefield to become Battlefield again.
Yes.
We thought they had realism.
God, yes.
Like, it doesn't matter whether you were playing on console or PC. You thought Battlefield's dynamic, the Frostbite engine gave you everything you wanted in a shoot. You wanted what you did in the environment to infect and affect the environment.
It was one of those, you think you're going to camp out with your whole entire team in this one little building thinking that nobody can get in there? Well, this is what I'm going to do to your building. I'm going to place some C4 around the bottom layer, and then I'm going to blow up said building, making it collapse onto you.
That's right. I ain't got to get in it. All I got to do is get close to it.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why focus on bullshit skins and whatnot? Improve the technology.
Dude, Battlefield didn't even mess with like skins that much. Like nobody gave a shit.
What Battlefield did though was kind of they dropped off for a moment on their own too during this EA debacle that they've been going through. What we're hoping right now is they're talking about introducing a battle royale of their own.
Yeah.
So could Battlefield's Battle Royale replace PUBG in the realism engine of things? Are they not looking at what PUBG did and creating their own network off of that? Is that not something that we could look forward to?
Because let's hope so. Let's hope so.
I could easily look forward to that. Oh man.
Let's hope so.
I just gave him a boner. You hear him?
Yeah.
Let's hope they innovate on what PUBG did.
If you gave me legitly old like the Battlefield we all love, not this.
Be right back, gentlemen.
What? It's like I gotta pee.
Not this. What they've been dishing us out with, which is one and cops and robbers. Like, give us what was before that? Like Bad Company 2, freaking
Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3.
Bam. Yeah, like give me that feel again, and then make it into what we're talking about.
Well, make it into what gaming's capable of right now. I mean, when you look at the spectrum of things that are possible right now, why on earth did we have to go through cops and robbers? Like, Hardline is the biggest embarrassment ever. And then that, I've got a lot of concerns about what's coming forward because we went through Battlefront and Battlefront 2.
And one.
From this game developer.
I know a lot of people dig one. Don't get me wrong. Anybody watching this or anything else like that, don't get me wrong. I understand some people love one because it goes back into the whole war saga, which they haven't touched since, again, like Thump said, Hardline 2. So, yeah, I get where you're coming from. But coming from somebody that's played all the Battlefields from 1942 and up to 4.
Even though we didn't have computers in 42, it's okay.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing
Still,
up there, son?
he's just watching, man. He's just
I'm looking at things, man. I'm looking at
he's looking up.
looking at views for the evening. Looking at the fact that we lost a follower on Mixer tonight.
Hmm?
Yeah, we had 10. We're down to 9. I'm just kind of looking over all kinds of shit and seeing what we did this evening.
Well, still live, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we're still
That's
live. It
what I was thinking.
don't matter.
Yeah.
I can look at this
I was
shit.
just I
I'll be.
was just asking, fool.
At this point, we're as far as I'm concerned, we're post show, and I can do whatever I want. I'm about to whip my dick out. Just kidding. Just kidding. None of y'all want to see that little shit.
God damn.
I'm a little upset that we lost all the listeners on Ironic Radio tonight, man.
Megan said that she had a couple of people that were gonna check it out. They like what they heard.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Bumming with Bobcat right now has 0 listeners, but it just makes me. I'm just thinking growth. That's all, fellas.
I'm still listening. Give me 1 second. And I'm still talking, so you can still hear everything. It's just now you get that on your screen.
Hey,
instead of...
all anyone can see is my fucking fat ass. So, what's up, motherfuckers? Y'all want me to do truffle shuffle? Post in the chat.
Oh dear God! If that's what it takes to get you to do a truffle, like, dude, I'm about to chat here in about 2 frickin' seconds.
You don't fucking count.
Oh no! You said anybody. You said motherfucking anybody.
You ain't anybody. See, you're special to me.
Aww.
Ah, shit.
Oh, mother flip.
I got 1 day of work left tomorrow. So excited for PTO.
Ladies and gentlemen, for all of you people that are actually watching, this is the reason why I have more of an advantage than those 2 motherfuckers with their PCs. I can sit here if I want to smoke outside.
Hey man, I could turn my phone I could turn my phone on or my tablet and do the same damn thing, all right?
Oh.
You're also all we see is your fucking fireball on your smoke because he's outside.
Oh, well, on my screen is
and you're cutting out on the mic now too because you're too far away from your router.
Oh, you got to throw out these, huh? But nah, what Thump was talking about, like if Battlefield was to do a PUBG kind of like battle royale, kind of like ordeal, dude, that would be so. I don't think you would see me on any other game. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
It stands a chance. I'll wait and see what they come up with, man, because
like I wouldn't care if they
everybody's
tank.
Everybody's doing a battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking for that innovation, I guess. And it's going to be hard to innovate in a game anymore because you're limited by technology. You know, VR is a great thing, but the kind of computer you need to run VR to make it VR,
yeah,
that's hard to come by. I mean,
and you make that comment about like everybody's talking about doing battle royales. I don't know if you remember whenever we were watching the live stream of EA, but all those, there was one main guy. Oh God, I wish I could remember your name, buddy. But he was every now and then throwing up, oh, the next game is going to be Halo Battle Royale or Minecraft Battle Royale. Like every...
It's a cool concept, but it's getting played out real friggin' fast.
Yes, it is.
I feel like
there's only certain games or companies that have made those particular kinds of games. Back to what Thup was talking about, like I could easily see DICE coming out with a battle royale that would actually be fucking worth playing.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
If
with
that
all
motherfucker
the,
who's corner camping in the bathroom, I can put C4 on the outside and blow his bitch ass up, I'm
Yeah.
in. I'm in.
oh man, I just got like we've all played
Hopefully,
PUBG with each other before. Like, oh man, that dude just across the street in that building just shot me whenever I was in there trying to grab some gear. If
yeah.
I had C4 at that time, I could have gone right over there
If
and blown his ass up.
If Battlefield Royale can integrate some tactical gameplay more than just peeking around corners into that genre, I can see it going somewhere.
Yes.
But looks like
What
my
you looking at, Evan?
looks like my brother's home. Watching the Discord.
Invisibeer 2.0.
Oh, it's not completely invis because I can see part of the labels.
Oh, better tear that label off. There you
go.
go.
There you go.
Everything's better now. I'm actually on a Galactic Heroes IPA. Homestead Beer Company.
Is that a call out to Guardians of the Galaxy there?
No. It's a 7.2 ABV. It's a good beer, man. I was proud of this purchase.
I'm not gonna lie. That beer that you were drinking earlier at the beginning of the show,
Java the Stout?
Yes. That, besides some of the other things that Thump has showed me, best looking beer.
It's good, man.
Small town brewery. If anybody's slightly familiar with Not Your Father's root beer, you've seen it out and about. The beer that I've been holding up all evening and going, oh, Invisibeer, is Not Your Father's Mountain Ale.
Oh, no, man. You're drinking welfare water beer?
Is that what you call Mountain Dew?
Yep, it's welfare water. Go into any grocery store. Look who's paying with food stamps. See how many cases of Mountain Dew they got. It's welfare water. I truly despise Mountain Dew.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
That's what I call it, is welfare water. Because it's just not even that damn good, man.
Isn't it?
The only time I ever drank Mountain Dew was when that was what was on the pop machine at work after I drank a fifth of whiskey the night before. Because I wanted the extra caffeine from it. So I could finish the day. I know people love their Mountain Dew, and y'all can hate me for hating Mountain Dew. That's great. I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is I don't give a fuck. Bad news is I don't give a fuck.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it bad though, man? Because I've seen it around town. And is it the thing that bothers me with Mountain Dew is the syrupy, like it tastes syrupy. Like I could drink Sprite all day long. It's crisp. It's clean and refreshing.
Hold on. You know the freeze pops?
Yeah.
You know, freezing them and then like getting hold of one, making white ice cubes out of it, and then whatever juice gets left in the bottom of it, just drinking the juice.
It's pure corn syrup.
You remember what green was? Aside from pure corn syrup, it was kind of lime corn syrup.
Yeah.
That is exactly what this is.
All right. I'll give you that then. Because I've tried a few of those, man. I'm a big cream soda fan, so I'm not a big root beer fan. I've had the root beer, and it's not bad, but I'm not a big root beer fan. But cream soda ones I've enjoyed. I've had the orange cream soda ones. I don't really fuck around with the cola ones because if I want alcohol and cola, it's called Jack and Coke or rum and Coke.
Fuck.
That's my opinion on it. If I want a cola with alcohol, I'm gonna put rum or whiskey in it.
Very confused on what's going on over there right now with you.
Who? Me?
Him. No, him.
Thumpy's eating. That's what it looks like. Or he's making lizard faces. Who the fuck knows, man? He's just trying to get some viewers. He's just selling out for the fan base. Which at this point is just us.
Because I love you people.
I love yous.
Oh, hell.
I know Thump saw this, but Son, I don't know if you did. Megan bought this.
What's the first word? I see out. I see the skull and crossbones. What's the first word?
It says sell out.
Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah.
No,
PUBG?
Keep.
Oh, I was going to say, if it said sell out, is it a PUBG poster?
Nah.
Throwing shade all day.
Pew, pew, pew.
I was so angry when we started the stream that I had to pound beers, so I got a good buzz going now, so the filter is fairly off.
I started a little. I had like a 6-pack. You guys only got to see me drink 2. Let's leave it at that.
I'm on beer number 5, but the ABV on all of them was not light.
Actually, I was kind of shocked to find out that my Mountain Ale is a 5.0.
Really?
That's something when I look at beers anymore, man. I look at ABVs because I don't like to drink a fuck ton, but I want what I drink to do work. Yeah, I want my drink to do work. I want to have a few drinks and relax. I don't want to drink 24 fucking butt wipes and catch a buzz. That's a lot of work to get drunk.
It's a lot of fucking butt wipes.
Yeah. And their shitty ass cans. Sorry, I don't like Bud Light. If I'm gonna drink shit beer, give me PBR all day. But I'm about to wind it down, gentlemen. I've got
Actually, we're gonna video land. Bye, y'all.
yeah.
We appreciated hanging out with y'all.
Until next time.
Done.
After party is over. Join us next time. Please, for the love of God, just come hang out with us. Talk shit. Fuck anything. But we'll catch y'all later. I'm in the stream and